It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Panthers' superstar wide receiver. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Panthers and the Raiders on Sunday Night Primetime.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
He had the numbers of the game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You look at this Carolina defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typically what we want to see. Short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now Hill to return it. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. But you look at this defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
On play action, Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Gilmore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Panthers at 10-4 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he has caught from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Young off the play fake. Throw out wide is incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have the first down.
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st down, Gilmore. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now here's Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete. This is Starks. And he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Completes this one to Starks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw at about the 5. And the Panthers are going to be set up for the 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raiders heading out to take over. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Young. And incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Third and long for Young. Felix and you DK Uzama, the man to get home for the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Watch out for Hill on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. A good chunk of those yards came after contact, and that's an area where he's really starting to excel as a running back.
It felt like he was doing a drill that running backs have to perform all the time, especially in pads, called a gauntlet drill. 2 guys, you know, people, these 2 rows, and you have to go right through the middle of them and make sure you take care of the football and knock people aside. He's performing the drill on that run.
Off the play fake, Young. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Young. And he's going to go down here, a sack, and push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Young now. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards first down. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, Gilmore. Fighting his way through contact. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of a horrible penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just deals with every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Max Crosby, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Raiders. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and go a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Second and 6. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers on a 1st down here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On target over the middle to Hill. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. David Fluellen, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. George Pickens, a touchdown catch in the victory. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Commanders.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Back to throw here. That one complete to Hill. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gilmore, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
A give running left, Dixon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
It's Young off play action. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
Young off the bootleg. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Young to throw it. Over the middle
complete. It's Newton. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Jacobs.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One more time with Jacobs.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Young. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays, the plays they haven't run, that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They'll run on first down. Gilmore. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And a pretty move got him some extra space to run.
Now second and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gilmore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Third and 5.
Brings up third down and 5.
They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And on third and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Third down and 5.
They'll set up a throw.
That is caught.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He was defended by Trayvon Berry.
Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
That will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He finds his man complete. That's Newton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Young to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now here's Young. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Felix Anudike-Uzomah, his 2nd sack of the night.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And Young's throw there incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. From the left side, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
A 35-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 31, here comes second and a yard. Now Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Raiders.
Young. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Young. Open man here is Scott, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Young. Allen's got it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
A gain of 15. And the Raiders first down.
Throwing, Young. That's caught left side, Myers with it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
At the 11-yard line.
Young now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. In the 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So the Raiders now down by 12. A minute 50 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Young. And incomplete, a drop there in the